Greatness. Great men and women are ordinary people who do extraordinary things. Great people are not born great, they grow great. So as you search for the right career path and gradually become great, let your dreams light up your path and your inner radiance shine for the world to see.
Good evening and a warm welcome to you all. You're currently watching the Center Circle show with me, Adelani Ogunrinade, and we have an action-packed show for you with, well, the usual suspect. Our amazing guest is back in the studio with us today. I'll be revealing his identity after the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Center Circle show, and yes, the amazing guest I was talking about before the ad break is none other than His Excellency, Mr. Emmanuel Akura Adaa. Welcome to the show today.
Thank you for having me, Adelani. So good to be here.
All right, well, he's smiling for a lot of reasons, and one of the reasons I can categorically confirm with you is that his home country, his country of origin, have made it to Russia 2018. Wow, how do you feel about that?
I'm so excited, Adelani. I'm excited. We never expected this to happen, although we expect Super Eagles to qualify every tournament. But when they first hired this coach, I remember we had this discussion before, and our friend John Ali, who said he had more sack letters and trophies that he has won as a coach and as a player. But then coming to the Super Eagles, my point then was for us to have a local coach, a coach who will understand the African football, who will be able to, relate with the players, and they have the same discipline. But he came in and using the local coach and with his experience, I mean, he's now made us to eat our words. He's now instilled a winning mentality in that team. We don't have too many fantastic players, but we have a team spirit now in that Super Eagles. In Super Eagles, you can see everyone right now is stepping up their game, and they have proven to us that it's not about the number of trophies that you win as a coach that you can be successful when you handle a national team.
Okay, well, I mean, we're going to break down the ingredients that made them succeed in this qualifier. Well, a large part of it has to do with the players. The players were phenomenal. The likes of Alex Iwobi, the likes of Victor Moses were extremely impressive. But one man who used to play for the Blues shocked me in particular, and that's John Obi.
I mean, he was fantastic. He has been fantastic throughout the qualifiers. I mean, he's a different Mikel. This is not a Mikel that a lot of people were criticizing that he's not stepping up his game. Now, as a captain, I think what Olise did then, he would try to destabilize the team in a way, appointing Musa as a captain. Musa, it's a quality player, not that bad. We can see now that with Mikel, he has that leadership qualities. He has played under a lot of quality leaders, the likes of John Terry, Mike Balak, Makalele, Mike Essien, Didier Drogba, and all that. So with these experiences, I think he was the right candidate for that job, and giving him this job with this coach. What this coach has done to the Super Eagles is that he has instilled confidence in the team. You see the players right now, they will be coming from Arsenal. We see he has not been playing too many games for the Super Eagles, but on that day, he was our savior. He came in and then he changed the entire game. He gave us a ticket to Russia. So everybody in that team right now, under Sunday Olise, one surprising thing is he told the likes of Leon Balogun and Trust that they don't understand African football, as Oibo that he called them, and he needed players the likes of Efe Ambrose. But look at what these guys are doing together. They're understanding. The Abdullahi Musa, Ederson, Echejile, those guys have been, I mean, together as a team. They have the experience. So it's a combination of experience of the players being in the team longer and playing with the top players in Europe, and also the coach instilling that winning mentality and that togetherness in that team. We are seeing the result in the Super Eagles.
Man, wow. And what are your thoughts on the World Cup? The fact that when the Super Eagles fly into the World Cup, the occasion seems to swallow them. After the second round, the second round is the highest they've gone in the World Cup. Now, do you see that breaking up a bit in Russia 2018?
I have a different feeling when it comes to this set of players. Like I say to you, and because they're not fantastic. You cannot compare them to the team that we had in 1994, 1998, even 2000 and even 2002. You cannot compare them. Obviously, we had quality players there more than now. But one thing I like is that fighting spirit. It's one thing that makes a team. Right now, they're playing together. If they continue like this, with the form, with the players being together, I don't know what he's saying to them, but I have a feeling that he's just making them believe that you guys are my superstars. You can do whatever it is you want to do, only if you put your mind to it. And we are seeing that happening right now. So I have the different feeling that this Super Eagles team, I see them going far in World Cup Cambodia 2018.
Okay, well, let's hope they're not placed in a group of death that includes the likes of Brazil or Argentina.
No. Even any group right now, with this team right now, with their performance right now, I'm not praising them too much, but you need to also look at it. Look at France, for instance. They struggled to continue to qualify. Look at the superstars that they had in that team, and at the end of the day, they were fighting like the likes of Belarus to beat 2-1 and all that. Even Netherlands could not qualify. So you look at, it's not about the superstars, but it's about the team spirit.
It's about the team spirit. Well, the Super Eagles surely did impress, and another team that was extremely impressive was the Pharaohs of Egypt. Yes, they made it after 27 years. Oh, my goodness. Like, if we had to subtract 27 from our ages, I'm sure like we were in diapers, really. Now, Egypt, it's amazing. Mohamed Salah has become a national hero and also an immediate legend for the Egyptians.
The president gave them $85,000 each. As just a token to appreciate their job with that. It's been, it's only bet Adelani, it's been a long time. Look at 1990 to this time, a team like Egypt who has won Nations Cup more than anyone.
That was my next question to you. The fact that Egypt has been one of the top teams in Africa for so long. Now, why did it take them 27 years?
I think it also has to do with the mentality, the spirit that we talked about earlier. If a team, they are good, they were playing players, they had players then who were playing on the on the continent, rather. And you're competing with the likes of Didier Drogba who are playing outside. And now we can see that when the likes of Mohamed Salah are playing for top teams in Europe, we can see the difference in the team right now. And the coach also, bringing a coach who we understand the players. One thing about players is, so you can have fantastic players who don't believe in themselves. They won't give you the result that you're looking for. But then you can have players who are no doubt fantastic, just average players. And those average players, when you instill that winning mentality, that team cohesion, if you have that in your team, you can do anything. And I think that is what happened to the Egyptian national team right now. All these years, their focus was winning on the continent, winning the Nations Cup, winning the CAF Championship and all that. And they dominated for a long time. But now you see, now a coach who came in with a different mindset, that this is not about just the continent, but it's about going global. And now we can see what's happening.
Wow, amazing stuff. Congratulations to the Super Eagles and the Pharaohs of Egypt. We'll be going on a short break. Where we'll come back, we'll be talking more about the World Cup qualifiers and much more. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned.
Greatness. Great men and women are ordinary people who do extraordinary things. Great people are not born great, they grow great. So as you search for the right career path and gradually become great, let your dreams light up your path and your inner radiance shine for the world to see.
Welcome back to the Center Circle Show, and we've been talking about the Super Eagles and the Pharaohs of Egypt and how they've made Africa proud. Now, we'll be switching our attention to a different continent, and well, quite a bit happened in Europe. We've seen England qualify, we've seen the likes of France qualify, Belgium qualify, but there wasn't as much drama as it was there was in the CONMEBOL, the South American qualifiers. That's right, we saw Chile crash out. Imagine, Chile is not going to be in the World Cup. There will be no Alexis Sanchez, there will be no Arturo Vidal, and oh my goodness, I can't believe that.
I can't believe it
Chile
myself.
didn't make the World Cup. Now, what does this mean for the likes of Alexis Sanchez, for example? Was this his last chance of playing in a FIFA World Cup and actually winning the competition?
I don't think he's the last chance. I mean, he's just 28 or 29 years. He can still participate when he's 35, 34 and there. But it's a painful experience at Adelani. Everybody expected them. They were on top. They had a chance for them to qualify. Bravo came out, the wife came out to complain that the players prioritize drinking over their food, their ticket to the World Cup. That previous night before they qualify against Brazil, they went to club and some of them could not even go to training because of hangover and all that. And you know, you just look at. I mean, I don't know if they've gotten this whole South American Copa America that they've won twice have gotten into them. They think they're now bigger stars, or they thought Brazil has already qualified and now Brazil is not going to push. That was just the biggest mistake. I mean, we expected to see the South American champions to be in the World Cup, to make the competition more lively, and they have the likes of Sanchez, obviously Vidal. Who want to miss those kind of hairstyle in the World Cup?
It was a big loss for them that Arturo Vidal was not playing.
Yeah, no, it was, but I mean, that is why you have a team. The football is a team. It's not just one individual. You have a lot of players who are also going to be able to step up their game. And if you don't step up your game, on that night, that was a final to them. They were supposed to play that game like this is a final against Brazil, at least get a draw and be in a World Cup.
Now,
but they lost the
Alexis
reserve.
Sanchez on his club form. Now, what do you think this would do to him mentally at club level? Will he now think, well, to win a prestigious trophy, I have to play for the likes of Manchester City, and perhaps Arsenal Football Club will be losing him in January, because Arsene Wenger recently came out to say that it's a possibility that Arsenal might lose Alexis Sanchez in January because he's refusing to sign a new contract. Arsene
Wenger also say that Sanchez should just forget about the World Cup and then focus on his club side. And I think that is the best thing for him right now. It's for him to be informed. Even if Manchester City is going to sign him in January, it's for you to be informed and perform for Arsenal. Give Arsenal your all. So then any team will come to you. Anywhere you want to go, I see him going there. But I don't think he will get into him.
More motivated to actually
obviously, he would have loved to play in the World Cup to be able to showcase his talent and maybe get better offers from other teams. But then that didn't happen. So I think the only way now for him to prove himself that he's still a good player who's ready to play for Man City or play for PSG or Real Madrid, as we hear the speculations coming out. But then you need to concentrate on Arsenal. Make sure you give your all to Arsenal right now, because Arsenal is the only thing that can be able to showcase you out there.
Okay, all right. Now, talking about showcasing talent, there was someone you might know, and well, Akura, Adaa, and I know very well. He goes by the name of Lionel Messi, or Ga Messi. Actually.
Yeah, he is. He's the boss.
Lionel Messi actually took the world by storm with his last performance, scoring 3 goals that booked Argentina on the plane to Russia. Yeah. Now, the coach of Argentina came out to say, actually, Gianni Infantino, not the coach of Argentina, Infantino came out to say, the FIFA president Infantino came out to say that Messi cannot say he's the best until he's won a World Cup.
I agree with him. I agree with him in so many ways. Adelani, even in this qualifiers, has struggled a lot. And you see at the Argentina side, if any player in the Argentina side can be able to struggle and not do very much with Argentina, I don't think that player, to me, well, a lot of people might disagree with him, but Messi is a fantastic player, no doubt about it. He's one of, I don't think he has, aside Ronaldo, I don't think anybody you can compare to him right now, but we need to see players who are committed in giving their 100% to that national team.
I think Messi was amazing because he single-handedly did it for
you understand what I'm saying? It wasn't even a team work. It was Messi. If it wasn't Messi, I don't think Argentina would be in a World Cup right now. But because of him, and what I'm saying is that Argentina have so many superstars. They have so many players. You can name 15 of them and you will still be counting. And I don't see each time they're struggling like this, I wonder why are they struggling? They are supposed to by now, they were supposed to have won the World Cup, even the Copa America, they were supposed to have won it. They lost back to back to Chile. The Chilean side, if you look at it, you count only Alex Sanchez, Arturo Vidal, and Medellin, Eduardo Vargas. Who again do you count in that team? They have a player who even play for, the players who even play in China. And look at where the Argentina side is playing. So I agree with him in a way. If Messi don't win the World Cup to me, I don't consider him being the best player of all time. Cristiano Ronaldo, we don't have so much superstars in Portugal, but at least he achieved something with him on the international level. You know, so you look at those comparisons and you come to a conclusion that Messi needs to do more.
Well, Lionel Messi in the 2014 World Cup final certainly wasn't at his best. Yeah. And I'm sure this time around, if Argentina do make it that far, then Lionel Messi is going to be a problem for Argentina's opponents. Well, it remains to be seen what will happen. We'll be going on a short break. Where we'll come back, we'll be discussing more World Cup qualifiers and much more. Stay tuned.
Greatness. Great men and women are ordinary people who do extraordinary things. Great people are not born great, they grow great. So as you search for the right career path and gradually become great, let your dreams light up your path and your inner radiance shine for the world to see.
Welcome back to the Center Circle Show, and I've been having an amazing discussion with the Chelsea fan seated right next to me here, Mr. Emmanuel Akura Adaa. Definitely extremely excited about Nigeria qualifying, and we're just going to round up the qualifiers quickly. Now, in Africa, South Africa have an outside chance of qualifying for the World Cup. Do you see them doing it? I mean, they made their work easier by beating Burkina Faso, but yes, they have a game in hand though.
Actually very slim, because they have 2 games against Senegal, home and away, and those 2 games, the Senegal need just a draw for them to qualify. You know, so it's they need to beat Senegal. They need to win the 2 matches. They don't win the 2 matches, they're not going anywhere. And I don't think that will happen. The likes of Mane will allow South Africa to beat them here and back home. They just need a draw for them to be in the World Cup. So it's going to be very difficult. Well, it's football. At the end of the day, anything can happen, but I don't see them doing it.
You don't see them doing it at all. Okay, now, any other African country that is on the edge and you see them pushing through? I know Ghana, well, they're all but
they're out, yeah, and that is a very is a disappointing thing.
I was looking forward to seeing Asamoah Gyan show me some new dance moves in this World Cup, but unfortunately, he would have to keep those dance moves on the dance floor wherever he chooses to celebrate. But I mean, we've also seen
the African champions. They are not going to the World Cup. Cameroon.
I mean, Cameroon, the indomitable Lions.
Algeria is not going.
Yes, Algeria too.
You know, it's very disappointing, though, to see the likes of Mahrez, you know, all those guys in the World Cup.
So Africa now, any hopes for them in this Russia 2018?
Well, it's very difficult to say Adelani, but you know, I'm counting on Nigeria right now. That is where my vote is, because these guys, what they're playing, they have players who have been to World Cup at least twice or so. I think Mikel has been to World Cup twice now. As a captain, Musa has been twice as well. And you look at their spirit right now, what they're playing, you believe that you can believe not just, they might not win it, but I see us maybe going past the second round stage.
Okay. You have to be careful.
No, I have to. I have to be very careful.
All right. Now, tell me, between Europe and South America, who's playing the better football at the moment? Who has the better chances of winning the World Cup come Russia 2020?
I will give it to South America. I'll give it to them, because at the moment you see Brazil, it seems it's pretty high, you know, and with what I've seen so far, Brazil, they've stepped up their game. I mean, you see what they played, they qualified, getting 30-something points before, even they qualified before everyone. You know, you see what Peru is playing, you see Colombia, you see what these guys are playing. Yeah. I see they're playing quality football, and they have players, the likes of Neymar. These guys want to win the World Cup. So it's going to be very tough. And you see in Europe right now, Germany, they're struggling. When Bayern Munich is not doing very well, the German national team suffers. And that affected them a lot, though they qualify. You see England, we all know England, when they qualify, every tournament they qualify. But then they don't get anywhere when they get to the tournament,
Oh, well, the World Cup is very, 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 very close. And may the good Lord keep us all till then. Amen. All right, now, moving on from the World Cup qualifiers. Now we're moving to the English Premier League, and the games of all games is happening at Anfield. It is the Reds of Liverpool against the Red Devils of Manchester United. And that's right, it is going to be an amazing encounter. What do you see happening in this? I mean, in Manchester United's last 6 games, they've won all 6. And Liverpool, on the other hand, have just managed 4 draws, 1 loss and 1 win in their last 6.
But then we know Liverpool, when it comes to bigger teams, they play very well. Only when it's smaller teams that they struggle to play. And now, where it's going to be a very difficult game, it's going to be a very difficult game today, Adelani. Mane is out. He's going to be out for like 4 weeks or so. And that is a huge, huge setback for the Liverpool side, because we all know when he's playing, then we have hopes that he's going to do something. But Mourinho on the other side, he has a team that is complete. Ibrahimovic is back. Only Fellaini that is out.
You know, with Liverpool, it's so interesting how much they depend on Mane.
Yeah.
I mean, after his red card against Man City, that was terrible. He should have actually been deported back to Africa for that offense. But I mean, who else? I mean, apart from Salah, who else holds the key?
Is there.
Oh, and Coutinho.
Coutinho is there. Yes. You know, this guy is on storage. Don't mind you. He is a player who we have his on and off seasons, but when he's in form, he plays very well. And you don't know, you never know. It might be that this game is going to be the game that is going to bring him back to his best. We don't know. Chamberlain is there. Well, he has not been performing. He has been the laughing stock of fans. And a lot of us Chelsea fans as well, because of he rejected coming to Chelsea to go to Liverpool.
And you know, for Chelsea,
I know it's good for us in a way.
The rumors are true that is bringing bad luck to Liverpool, because since he came, they've been struggling.
And you see, Chan is there. Chan is one player that has surprised me. If you watch what he played on the German national team during the qualifiers, I mean, he was fantastic. And you have these players. Henderson is there. Mena is there. They have quality players who I think they're still going to be able to.
Fans, you're more than welcome to actually turn away from your TV sets right now, because what I'm about to reveal might upset you a little bit. Lukaku, he's passed a fitness test and he will be available on the day. Lukaku has been sensational since joining Manchester United. 7-7. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. 2
on the national team as well. I mean, he has been fantastic. He's a great player.
And we all know Liverpool have a shaky defense at the moment.
Yeah, but they're playing in Manchester United side. You know, they're playing a big team. That is why I'm surprised. I'm scared a little bit, because I wanted to give Manchester United to go out there and win it, but with the Liverpool side, what they play against bigger teams, I don't think. I see this game. I don't think Manchester United will take the 3 points.
Doesn't see Manchester United taking the 3 points against Liverpool. So if you turned away from your TV sets, you can look back now, because Emmanuel Akura Adaa is tipping Liverpool to beat Manchester United. Well,
they might get a draw.
Or get a draw. Well. Well, he's seldom wrong with these things. What do I know? I'm just the presenter of this show. This is the expert right here. So would you predict the scoreline of Chelsea's game this weekend against Crystal Palace?
Tough one, eh? It's a tough one.
Tough one.
It's a very tough one, because I mean, it's a London derby, Adelani. I remember these guys last season when Chelsea were in form, they came to Stamford Bridge and got a 2-1 against Chelsea. You know, so it's going to be a very difficult, a team that has lost 7 matches without scoring 1 goal. That's dangerous.
They're low on confidence.
I am telling you, no, but I mean, that can also change their season. They can just win that match, and the match will just change their season. So I mean, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be. I'm not saying they're going to beat Chelsea now.
The viewers watching right now, I don't know what I can bet on that Chelsea will win this game.
No, but you know, N'Golo Kante is out.
Morata is out. I can even bet.
I mean, Morata is out. We have our key players. This is Morata, who has scored 6 goals in 7 matches, is out. N'Golo Kante, who you all know, if he's playing, I will have the confidence because he's everywhere in the pitch. But now he's out. You know, so it's going to be.
Oh my goodness.
It's going to be a very.
When the cameras go off, we'll definitely be taking Emmanuel Akura Adaa for a medical checkup. His fever, the fever might be running high. His temperature's running high with this one. I really don't see Crystal Palace beating Chelsea or surprising Chelsea in any way, even scoring a goal against Chelsea.
But I'm saying it's soccer. Anything can happen. I would prefer Chelsea to win. I think in my mind that Chelsea is going to win. But then it's soccer. These guys might have decided, okay, you know what? We cannot lose 8 matches in a row without scoring a goal.
How people say Crystal Palace is not scoring a goal. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But hey, what do I know? The experts is here. We'll be reviewing it next week. Reviewing the game next week and much more. Well, everybody watching right now, don't forget to watch the tennis. The Shanghai Masters is still on. Nadal is still doing his thing. Kyrgios, well, he's actually been fined recently $10,000 for trying to miss a match or for missing an encounter. And also, for Guinea was charged this week also for some bad behavior on the tennis courts. But the Shanghai Masters is heating up and there's still a whole lot of competition still going on there. So we'll be back next week talking more about the tennis. But hey, we have to talk about the qualifiers and the big game between Manchester United and Liverpool. So that's all the time we have this week. I wish we had more so we could explore the tennis and other sports more. Emmanuel Akura Adaa, thank you so much for joining me on the show right now. You shocked me with that Chelsea comment. I'm still in shock. And everybody at home, thank you so much for watching. It's a goodbye till next time. Goodbye.